Okay guys, for the first time, we have a 6,000 words essay. It's been a while. What exactly makes Blue Archive characters so popular? So what exactly does? Is it their design? Is it their wholesomeness? Is it the popularity of the game? Or is it the R34? Or is it just the obvious unstoppable force of... Whoa! Jokes aside, I'm curious as to why Blue Archive characters are so popular despite having such a simple design. Mind you, simple does not mean bad. It just means they don't have weirdly excessive accessories, godly design outfits like other games etc. It started with Bunny Asuna. Okay, I'm sure you guys know of Bunny Asuna, right? Fast forward to a recent year. The fan arts has spread to Himari, cheerleader Fubuki, I didn't like her design, racetrack Yuka, 100kg meaty thighs. But it didn't just stop there. After the 4th PB release, the popularity increased. And that presented the bombardment of fan arts of Mika, Kisaki Kaho, and now almost the new face of BA, Bunny Toki. Every time I open Twitter, I can bet my ass that every time I would do a scroll, the 10th tweet would be a Bunny Toki fan art. On a normal day, I mostly see fan arts from these 4 games: Azulen, Genshin Impact, Nikkei, and Blue Archive of course. Now there's a new addition, Honkai Star Rail. Back to the Blue Archive topic, with each banner, whatever characters are dropped, they become instant famous automatically thanks to fan arts and their so fast R34. But that shouldn't be it, right? There's probably something more to it. Blue Archive isn't the only game with sexy bunnies in it. It isn't the only game where people love their characters to bits, yet the amount of fan arts far exceeds any other games currently. Exceeds so much that they start to infest your timeline, whether you follow the game or not. If you do follow, good, you're in for a treat. If you don't follow, you definitely will. Interesting essay. So before we read what the Redditors have to say, why do you guys think Blue Archive is famous? Somewhat. Oh my god, what is this essay? 400 upvotes. Okay guys, for the first time, we have a 6,000 words essay. It's been a while. Okay, let's have a look. What is this essay all about? There's a lot of reasons why. Deliberate appeal to the Japanese otaku market. Blue Archive was created very intentionally as a game marketed at otaku artists and made by otaku, which isn't quite the same as MiHoYo's Creed. Okay. Comparing this to MiHoYo, because they're high school girl, it utilizes tropes and design elements familiar to Japanese otaku and appeals to their nostalgia. Perhaps the best example of this is, for example, the use of IOSYS as the composers for the ending song of Volume F, a Japanese doujinshi music ensemble that was very popular with otaku. The entire game is styled after a Gal game, and even the VA choices reflect this. For example, all of the Rabbit Squad's voice actresses were formerly prolific eroge seiyuu, with Miyu's in particular not having gotten work in some time. Source: Art Book Interview. IOSYS only provided the lyrics for Memories of Kindness. Our god Mitsukiyo composed it. What is a Gal game? Let me have a look. Bishoujo game or Gal game is a type of Japanese video game centered on interactions with attractive girls. Bishoujo games are similar to Choose Your Own Adventures books in the way of narrative, in which the game tells a story, but the player may make choices to change how the story flows. Okay, is Blue Archive like that though? I guess there's a little bit of a resemblance, right? Aside from this, the game's marketing was tailored specifically to the Japanese market. Despite being Korean-made, the game launched only in Japan at first. Nexon partnered with YoStar to publish the game in Japan, and YoStar handles all the promotional materials. Otaku-aimed merchandising such as audio dramas and ASMR were created and proved to be ridiculously successful. Yeah, we have seen that a couple of times, alright? Substantial otaku fanbase generated by these methods caused doujinshi artists, who are themselves otaku and aim at an otaku audience, to pivot, and the intersection led to things like this. Okay, what is this? The demand for Hamaji Aki, creator of Bocchi the Rock's makeup World Club Doujinshi, is so insane, he was asked to relocate outside because the lines were clogging the inside of Comiket venue. Very interesting. This guy was clogging in, and the Comiket is like a comic thing in JP, right? Where people that draw doujin usually get to meet their fans, etc, etc. As far as I know. The focus on the simpler design. Simpler means easier to draw, faster to draw. Artists love this. A strong storyline, and most importantly of all, a very strong focus on characterization. Nexon is applying concepts learned from Toho and Kantai collection here, in that characters are given strong, immediately identifiable characterization that makes it easy to give them an identity in fan art and an established dynamic with other characters. For those seeking complexity, the story, aside from just being really good, also focuses on giving characters emotional and personal development. BA is the opposite of many gacha. It intentionally obfuscates its setting, sacrificing world building and lore in favor of character development. Yeah, there's not much happening in the world actually. Like you don't see the characters' parents, etc, right? A strong emotional attachment, higher likelihood to get fan art. A recent developer interview revealed that one of the leading causes for people to play and recommend the game is the story, which came as a surprise to Nexon. Overwhelming attitude is I started playing the game because I thought the characters were cute, but then I found the story was really good. Okay, emphasis on cuteness in the characters' designs. The art direction of the game is strong, very streamlined to make sure characters are internally consistent with one another. Weirdness with some of the launch students, but oh well. Mo culture is very popular with Japanese otaku. Good understanding of trends. Part of this comes down to pure luck, but BA's character designers understand what kind of scenarios appeal to otaku. Okay, they speedran Toki's bunny version because they knew it'd be popular. She's one of the students with the least time between the release of a regular version and an alt. Existing audience and artist base for the game. Because there are already so many artists drawing for the game, this creates a knock-on effect where a new character will start getting fan art from people who already play the game, and the sheer exposure will cause outsider artists to become interested. This is the biggest culprit behind the Chibiki, Kisaki, Toki explosions. Who is Chibiki? Chibiki. Oh, Chibiki is cheerleader Hibiki. Pretty good, right? I mean, like all the arts, people really love cheerleader Hibiki. So who's the other one? Kisaki. Is Kisaki famous? Okay, this one is a bit dangerous. Kisaki is very dangerous to show. There are a few misconceptions I'd like to clarify. Mika was always popular. Okay, she's an extremely story-relevant character. Her popularity peaked when she actually released. But she was such a popular NPC, the amount of fan art she got, even before Anniversary, was enough to eclipse a substantial amount of the playable cast. Himari is another popular NPC turned playable who gained more popularity as a result of her playable status. Incidentally, she happens to be my favorite student, and was even before she became playable. Toki was popular before the bunny suit, but really exploded afterwards. Asuna was the first time the game really achieved public attention, but I'd say Aru and Hina was very popular before she came along. Fan art explosions after Asuna became common, because that's when artists started jumping ship to Blue Archive and causing that knock-on effect I mentioned. Mika, Yangshun, Ui, Miyu, Iroha, Swimsuit Hoshino, Saori, Cheerleader Hibiki, Sports Yuka, Kisaki all commanded and still command extremely popular fan bases. Though Bunny Asuna, Kisaki, and Bunny Toki are the ones with the most public visibility to those who don't play the game. As someone who started playing the game back when the global version launched, when I wasn't even sure if we'd survive past the censorship debacle, back when JP was plagued with maintenance issues, seeing the game grow to be this popular with the otaku crowd was surreal. I was a Toho fan back then. But I caught the ship late. My friend would just send me images of artists starting to draw Blue Archive characters, advertisements in Akihabara, record sales numbers on merchandise. I couldn't believe it. This game, I thought would remain niche forever, was becoming a cultural phenomenon among Japanese otaku. I find it crazy until today, and it makes me quite happy. Even my favorite student is growing steadily more popular. So popular, guys. Blue Archive. Yes. BA hardcore enjoyer. So yeah, Blue Archive, something that I do recommend players as well. I actually made a tier list recently because a lot of people, I noticed there's a lot of students, so hopefully that tier list will be able to help people, like new players especially, to get to the game, or else it will be like very overwhelming. But yep, I do enjoy Blue Archive myself as well. Very good game.